bag, that's a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Okay, Coach, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Set, ready? 60 outlaw. 56. Switch.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Setting up the screen for Cook. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Yeah.
Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. It's complete to Diggs. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Dancing away at the 35. And Diggs has it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Now the rookie from Boise State, Alexander Madison. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll try to run with Madison. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Bailey able to knock it through. So it'll remain to be seen how many drives this unit gets in, this being the preseason, but here they start with 3 points.
Yeah, I don't know that we'll actually see them anymore. They got 3 points on the board, 1 drive here in preseason. In this game, baseball caps, NFL approved, of course, for everyone.
This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Toss play, Kamara. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. That's caught inside the 20. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 54 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Saints have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Amir Abdullah, 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. That kickoff return, 104 yards. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Now Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Breeze now on first down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with second down and less than a yard. Throwing again on second down. Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now Bridgewater on 4th down. He is going to find Hill here. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. They go play action. Bridgewater. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Washington now out of the gun. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Back to the ground on first down. Here's Madison. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check it out, 61, matchbox white. Get it.
Now Mannion with his first toss since coming in. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Craig Robertson came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
152 fighter. Hey, Haywood.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Craig Robertson able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Returnable here from the 38. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Just like that.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Got his open man, it's Carr. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. 2nd and 5 now. Bridgewater toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Throwing, Bridgewater. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. Now Bridgewater. That's to his running back, complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Let's go now. 30 base.
59, Mike the 59. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. Here's Madison. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Now they go screen. It's complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. A short gain there of just 4. That'll bring up a 4th down.
Leo! Hey, Charlie! Hey, Orbit! Go!
They're going to try and throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Draw play, Washington. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
It's going to be a long one.
Here's Bridgewater, escaping the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Stephen Weatherly. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Bridgewater to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
3rd and long for Bridgewater. Airing it out deep for Smith. It's caught inside the 25. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 46 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Bridgewater again. He gets this into the hands of Kirkwood. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 22-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to regain the lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Mannion. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Mannion. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Craig Robertson in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down now. It's Washington, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Washington on 3rd and short, and he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Looking here for Smith downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Washington. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here we go. Quarter's back. Cut flag. Cut. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Let's go. Come on. Out, 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 out. Guts. Right 40. Check. He's coming. We don't want this.
Bridgewater. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Bridgewater going deep here for Bryant. This is caught. Touchdown, New Orleans. Des Bryant, 39 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and now he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15... the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Watch it, watch it. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Check 9, check 9. Sit.
Bam! Let's go!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Bang, bang.
Gone.
Bang, bang.
Get it.
On play action, they'll throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Airing it out deep for Smith. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And this one to Treadwell, complete. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Come on, set. 10 Lobo.
Get your swarm
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point try by Bailey.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Makes the score Saints 23, Vikings 17.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game.
Bearcats negative 25 yards. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set,
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Looking to throw again on second down. Bridgewater. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 15 yards on the play. First down. First down, Bridgewater. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. First down throw for Bridgewater. That one complete to Hill. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Flushed out right. He'll run it. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover. But if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go. And maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes left side. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for two. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now the Saints offense coming back out there. They're going to be called on to go for 2. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away. They stuck it in the end zone. Keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt. There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Ready, ready.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player.
Say goodbye to Laquan Treadwell. Touchdown, Vikings. Laquan Treadwell, 45 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes. because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Everson Griffin, his second sack of the night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. Bridgewater now. Looking downfield for Dez. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Bridgewater to throw for it on fourth. And some space here. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
You better be ready. Don't be scared. Five. 59's Mike.
Now on second and 16. Mannion. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Craig Robertson. Make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. The throw complete to Beebe. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's fourth down.
Hey, high 7.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Mike, check. 59. Hey, watch the ball.
Hey, exit.
59's Mike. Check. 59. I got it.
5.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Saints will have the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater, and it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. From the gun, Bridgewater. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10, eluding the pressure right. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they... Blitz coming, and down he goes. Craig Robertson in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Switch.
Go. Hey, stand up.
You gonna see me in your
Go.
nightmares. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Hey, switch gears.
Hey, Alpha. Get it.
To try again after the sack. Mannion. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Got his open man, it's Carr. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now Bridgewater. It's Hill, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Bridgewater now from the 50. Throw left side, complete. It's Carr. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Throwing here, Bridgewater. Going for it all. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Austin Carr, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike, let it go.
Here's Bridgewater. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.
This magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back